Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today I present to you some more of one of my favorites in Commander Quest, an absolutely excellent game that is so much fun. We're gonna hop on into a brand new run here today and see what we can come up with. See if we can take it across the finish line. Before we hop on into our run, please smash the like button if you like the Commander Quest. Let me know in the comment section below any tips that you notice I might benefit from. And become a subscriber if you're new here. Become a subscriber if you like the Commander Quest. We are playing this game regularly. Thanks so much for spending some time on the channel today, my friends. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so the first two runs here on the channel of the full release were, of course, with the human civ, so we're going to go with the dwarf here today. Nothing I like Richard Dane Axe. Let's keep the Francesca, and let's go with the Steel Beard starting relic. Just going to give us 1 health to ally units for every 20 steel you own. Sounds like a fun little relic to play around with. Pretty good starter. We have the Miner, the Bolt Spitter, the Shield Breaker, the Mountain Goat Cavalry, and Aggressive Metallurgy is our opening deck. Let's go. Alright, so let's see what we start off with here. Eternal Return. So we have increased max health. We have 1 random card, a random common relic, or we can lose 20% max health to gain a random rare relic. I think I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Alright, what do we have? The Decorated Shamshir. Grant 1 attack damage to all ally units on the battlefield each time you use 5 cards. Tremendous. Sounds great to me. Rise from the Slumber. That's a really good starting relic, actually. Alright, so let's chart our path here, and I have received a lot of comments with some tips and tricks. I'm gonna see if we can maybe implement some of those in this particular run here. I want to just be really aware of hand size, and I want to prioritize events a little bit more in this, I do think. Now, we do have a Wacky Works Lab right here, and a Campfire. Again, Campfire and Wacky Works Lab, so it seems like each lane is pretty balanced. I like the idea of taking on this elite fight. So I think what I want to do is, let's go top shelf with this. Let's hit this, events, Campfire, Works Lab. Actually, it doesn't look like I can get the elite fight in the Works Lab. I'm going to have to choose. Yeah, unfortunately. That's alright. Let's stay the course. Let's go top shelf. Let's do it. Alright, so our first victim is this retired farmer orc. He's probably seen better days in the wastelands there, pal. We got this Crystal Vein. He's throwing down the enemy spearman, which is all good. If you're unaware of how the dwarf deck works, so it's all predicated on steel, essentially, which is another resource. And essentially, it allows you to summon cards that don't require mana, which is really nice. And what I found is some of the dwarf steel cards are actually really powerful. I mean, some come to mind like Mr. Smith, right? Mr. Smith is an amazing card. You have the Gyrocopter that can turn into the Gyro Bomber, which is also pretty insane. Just real good stuff. In fact, I like how different the dwarves are when compared to the humans. So let's just keep throwing out our little bolt spitters here. And so one thing that we can do and that I want to kind of play around with is the timing, right? So I can actually summon things at any point in time as long as I have the mana, right? So a commenter was mentioning this is like a really good way to help it snowball. So let's see. If I end my turn right here. If I end my turn right here. Let's just try this for a moment. Actually, never mind. The retired orc farmer falls. And we get our first card. So we have Structural Reinforcement. Grant 30 additional health to designated structure. Military Arts. Very, very good. Strategist. I'm going to go with Military Arts. That's a really good card, especially when enhanced. And into the events. Alright, so fire a crossbow at the enemy soldiers. Obtain 1 crossbowman card, which is interesting. That's a human card. Or maybe not. Maybe it isn't. Endure. Restore 40 health. I mean, do we take the crossbowman card? Does 9 damage and ignores defense, I suppose. I mean, we don't really have a choice necessarily. Suppose we could restore health there, but I'm not opposed to adding the crossbowman to the deck. But what I want to try to do is snowball my units just a little bit more. So that means, for instance, right here, Village Vigilante Leader, right? So he's going to throw some militia on the top shelf. So Military Arts, I think we just go ahead and use this outright. And use that on the crossbowman. Let's see. So what do we get? An extra 1 in the stack. Sounds good to me. Well, I guess now we have... So let's go ahead and end our turn. We'll let these guys come on in. And then before the battle concludes, let's go ahead and summon a couple of these miners. So now the miners are in place at the spawn location, and now we have our mana refilled, and we can summon more units here, right? So it's going to really help us snowball, I do think. So let's try it. And let's go with the miner down here, actually. I can just chuck the Francesca at him. Let's do that. Boom. Alright, so Richard Danax does take a hit, because these guys do kind of get in close, but that's alright. I'm kind of experimenting with the timing mechanics in this particular run. It's definitely something that I want to get a little bit better at. Commenter pointed that out, and it makes a lot of sense. Because now we have a big pack of units versus, you know, it's kind of trickling them, right? And getting on the vigilante leader in a big way. In fact, he's not long for this world. Nope. He goes down and we get another card selection. Rucksack Rummage. We have Steel Catapult and the Steel Bringer. So the Steel Bringer is a very, very good card, and I love it. So we're going to take it. Suppose you could go with Catapult there as well. It's useful, but it does cost a lot of steel. I think maybe if we lean into our relic selection, we're going to be looking good. Nipping it in the bud. We have the Title Claimant. Alright, so he throws down these shieldsmen. So I think here's what I want to do. Well, first and foremost, let's go ahead and let's get some miners to just take out this box. I think it's going to be quite nice. It's going to create a mainline path to the Title Claimant. Can probably rush him down with our Mountain Goat Cav. Now, we do have the Steelbringer. Not the best option for these guys, but we can actually enhance the Steelbringer card, which will make it cheaper. So that's great. And then I think what I want to do is let's go ahead and let's just let these guys get in a little closer. Let's give him the attack buff, the ranged attack. And Mountain Goat Cav getting home. It's going to really help us snowball our units. Bennett Supplies. Let's use it. Blood price. Gain 2 mana for 9 life. I'm good. Mountain Goat Cav. Alright, Danax does take a hit. That's okay. As I've already stated, I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit with the snowballing effect of units. Alright, so let's get a Steelbringer up here. Spend 10 steel, you bet. Let's get a miner. Let's get 2 miners. Why not? And let's go. Oh, so the Mountain Goat Cav are a pretty good card. And after they're defeated, they will actually spawn a shield bearer. So you gotta kill them twice, effectively. Let's go with the crossbowman. I got them, haven't used them. I mean, they are certainly very strong. So let's see. We have the Healing Spring. Guild support. This is another very, very good one as it relates to getting your steel reserves up. The Healing Spring, though, it's so good. I'll take the Healing Spring. I'm expecting to see guild support at some later juncture in the game. With Dwarf runs, it does seem to show its face quite frequently. Alright, so what do we have? Okay, try to reach in and grab it. 50% chance to obtain 1 random relic. Reduce health by 15. I'm okay with that. And unfortunately, we do lose health. So it looks like we can try again. Yikes, man. Alright, we finally get it. After a couple of draws, lose 30 health, but we get the Ancestral Slab. Draw 1 card in the next turn each time 10 enemy units are killed. It's useful. Certainly take it. Alright, Campfire. So let's go Campfire event. I want to try to do a few more events in this one, but let's go ahead and enhance a card. I think the Healing Spring is a very good one to enhance. Steelbringer as well. Let's do the Healing Spring. It's one of my favorite base cards. Let's go to the events. Let's see what we get here. Obtain the curse card Swarm of Rats. Gain 200 gold. Lose 1 mana each time you draw this card. I don't like that. Obtain 1 random supply card. Hopefully it's useful. Alright, Final Banquet. From Coins to Seal. Transform 10 gold to 20 steel. I mean, this one is just absolutely vital. Final Banquet is useful, certainly. Draw X cards, set their mana to 0 for this turn. And then you cannot gain mana next turn. Blood Price is also, fairly useful. I think you gotta go from coins to steel because we're doing a steel deck. The higher we have our steel, the more HP we can sprinkle on the field. I think Final Banquet, definitely a tempting offer there as well. Spiderweb Pendant, mobilize all enemy units on the first turn, restore 5 health to your commander each time gold is used. I think immobilizing the enemy is useful. Let's do it. Alright, so let's take this fight, and then Wacky Works Lab. Then we'll figure it out from there. Alright, the Centurion. So this guy has the giant swords on the field, of course. So let's see. From coins to steel. I mean, it's a free use card. We have 20 steel now, which means we're going to get a little extra health for each unit summoned on the battlefield. Can use military arts on the Steelbringer. Absolutely. And that's another card I definitely want to get leveled up. So I think what we do here is we simply just hold out. Okay, now we can snowball some units. Okay, the Steelbringer takes a hit. Not great. We also have the Crossbowman. These guys are armored. So the Crossbowman's actually a pretty good counter to him. So let's use the Crossbowman. Get some miners on the front. Let's go. Alright, so the towers do shoot us. But we're able to take out these big swords with the Crossbowman mostly. Healing Spring, yes. Let's take that. Let's send a miner on the top row. Send a shield breaker up there as well. And let's just bide our time. Save our last mana. Set up another push on the bottom. Alright, so these guys are winning. I think the Crossbowman is a good solution. So let's get him down there. Let's send another wave. Well, these towers are busy. Let's go. Take him out. Okay, Steelbringer again. Let's use this. I think Mountain Goat Cav on the top to knock down those doors is excellent. And let's go ahead and give him the ranged attack buff. Alright, Mountain Goat Cav, make it happen. Rain of Arrows. Alright, luckily he's going to get a full restore. This miner's going to get home. Military arts. Let's see. Let's enhance some more Mountain Goat Cav. Whoops. Yes. Gives them more attack and life. Gonna be a more effective unit for sure. Let's go, boys. Let's get the barricades down. Get the watchtower down. And just keep on pushing. Steelbringer again. You bet. Suppose you can gain 10 health. This guy's not long for this world anyways. Mountain Goat Cav is too strong. Too formidable. And we get some food. Very nice. It'll restore some health for us. And obtain a card. So a Better Future. This is an excellent card. We're definitely going with a Better Future. It's one of them no-brainers. Alright, so let's go with the Wacky Works Lab. And let's see. Choose a summon card. So we do have the Mountain Goat Cav. We have the Steelbringer as well. I mean, I really like the Steelbringer's range. 3 in the stack. Mountain Goat Cav is very durable. Let's go with the Steelbringer, I do think. Yeah, let's do it. Increase attack range by 2 stages. Become a ranged unit. Increase health by 3. Grant retain. Increase the number of units by 3. That sounds quite nice to me. Commander loses 50% of current health. Well, we do have a way to restore our health, so I think that's the obvious option. Alright, so now we have 6 of these guys in a stack, which is great. Let's go ahead and just consume this. I'm okay with that. Let's hit the event. Grant the relic Vermilion Tome. Reduce mana of commander skill by 1. Draw 1 less card at the start of each turn. Or increase mana of commander skill by 1. Draw 1 additional card. I think that one's quite nice. I'll use units instead of the Francesca. Let's get on into the campfire. Let's enhance a card, and I think the obvious one to enhance... Well, so there's this one, which is a great enhancement for 30 steel. You have a Better Future. 2 additional mana in the next turn, which is great. Military arts as well. Enhance all cards in your hand until the end of battle. Quite nice. Steelbringer, we can make it nice and cheap. I think we probably have to do a better future. Need more mana. And into the boss fight, we have Dietrich Golden Axe as our victim. Well, I guess we'll see who victimizes who, I suppose. Alright, from Coins of Steel. Excellent. It's an excellent, good get there. Okay, so these guys, Berserkers on the top lane. So let's see. Let's go with a couple of Bolt Spitters. And let's just wait. Okay, so these guys are immobilized. I forgot about that. Alright, let's throw our miner down there to join the rush. Got the healing spring. Absolutely. A better future. Absolutely. Let's throw another miner down. We got these Oathbreakers coming on in. That's hilarious. These guys actually shoot. And wow, they got some doubling up. I suppose it was immobilized. Alright, Shield Breaker is a good option. We got military arts. We can enhance the Mountain Goat Cav, which I think is a good idea. Got plenty of mana to work with here. So let's go ahead and get you enhanced. Let's go Shield Breaker. Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom lane. Can throw a couple of miners on the top, just to kind of stave off these guys, who are a little more numerous this time around. Just have to kind of bide my time a little bit on the top lane here. And a pretty impactful catapult shot, for sure. Alright, Steelbringer, I think you got to get born on the top lane here, pal. Let's make you a ranged unit, you bet. Let's see, so we have a better future. I could play that right now. I think these Mountain Goat Cav probably do get home on this Bolt Spitter. So let's do the better future. And let's see how well these Steelbringers can hold up against these guys. They hold up tremendously. Like, that's an ideal unit for the top lane, if I don't say so myself. Alright, let's keep going. Better future again. I mean, this is the benefit of having a small hand, I suppose. So let's do it, and I think what I can do is we can really snowball our units. So I'll go Mountain Goat Cav and Crossbowman, probably. Yes, so let's do this. These guys, of course, stack Protect. We just have to survive. From Coins to Steel, the answer is yes. We wanted to spam that as much as possible. Our Steelbringers are still winning on the top lane. Let's get a pack of them on the bottom lane. Just a very useful card. Can do military arts on this Shield Breaker, which will give us more in the stack. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Let's go Bolt Spitter as well. Alright, very good. I love the Steelbringer. It's a really strong card, especially when you make it ranged. Alright, so now we have all kinds of mana to work with. Military arts, again. Let's use it on the Crossbowman, I'm thinking. Let's go Mountain Goat Cav. Seems like we're still doing just fine on the top lane there. These guys are simply awaiting the troop transport, if you will. I mean, what a solid card for the top lane. It's nice not having to worry too much about it. And the catapult unfurls again. Just a brutal, brutal outcome. From Coins to Steel, yes. Can get the enhanced Shield Breaker. And how about another pack of Steelbringers? Sounds good to me. Let's go. In fact, we're actually pushing on him. Got him well below half HP. And his solution is a couple of Bolt Spitters that I can just simply mop up with the Francesca. Let's throw another Steelbringer down here, and let's see if we can actually kill him without the assistance of the Oxford Knights. Suppose we'll find out. Let's go. I mean, the damage output is fantastic. Alright, one turn, the Oxford Knights arrive. Let's see if we can do it. Better future, yes. Mountain Goat Cav, sure. Can we do it? Absolutely, we did it. Alright. Why not wait for me achievement? Defeat Dietrich Golden Axe before reinforcements arrive. Tremendous. Alright, so we get a relic. Mysterious bookmark. Gain 1 mana for every 3 times you shuffle your deck. Pemmican. Gain 1 mana at the start of each turn. You no longer gain food or alembic. Places all cards required resources with health. Let's go with Pemmican. I'm okay with not having any foodstuffs. And what do we have? Okay, so we have the Owl Bear. Area damage 2 multi-strike. I mean, it's the Owl Bear. A new card. A tremendous new card. Really fun to play around with, too. Otherwise, we have the Kindlet. So this is immortal. Upon killing 8 units, evolves into Drago. And this is a mythic card. I mean, I did the Owl Bear in my very first run, right? That was our selection. But how about we mess around with the Kindlet? This unit will return to your hand when defeated. And then it looks like, so the Drago will evolve into Drakkar upon killing 50 units. I mean, let's do it. Let's make this the Kindlet run. Could fully restore health, or we could get another relic. I'm okay with getting another relic, sacking some HP. Reduce the mana of summon cards that summon only 1 unit by 1. So that is, of course, our new Kindlet. Injury insurance policy. Yeah, let's do it. So the game just like silver plattered up a dragon build for us. We're going to see if we can maybe get them evolved by the time we face another big dragon. So let's chart the path here. I'm seeing a campfire here and here. Got an elite fight. Elite fight on the top lane as well. So it looks like there's 1 extra campfire on the bottom lane. We also have some events. We can do the elite fight. Campfire relic. Can also get into these shops as well. Let's do it. So let's go here and take on the events. Alright, we got Defense Captain Greyhammer. He's going to find out. Let's display to him the power of the dragon. Let's see if we can get the dragon in our hand first and foremost. Of course. And let's see. So let's go ahead and let's snowball the units just a little bit. Alright, maybe get some Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom. Doesn't look like I get the card draw I was looking for. Let's go ahead and enhance the Shield Breaker, though. These guys are going to be coming up, and they actually will take shots at the Steelbringer, which isn't good. But I'm also not really too worried about it. Could really increase attack of these guys. These guys are shielded. So we probably should. Can spend that steel. Absolutely. Alright, so let's see the behavior of these guys. I mean, the Steelbringers are just so strong, but they are taking hits. So let's see. Healing Spring, yes. Mountain Goat Cav, yes. And look at this. We got the Kindlet. Upon killing 8 units, evolves into Drago. And it's free because of that Priest Breastplate that we got, which is excellent. So let's go ahead and do a better future. Let's get the Kindlet. And I'll be real curious to see what the enhanced version of the Kindlet looks like. I think the mythic cards, right? The red cards. I think those are the rarest cards you can possibly find. Let's go. Coins of Steel. The answer is yes. Gotta find a solution for these guys. What is the solution anyways? I don't have any free placement. I suppose this. Simply had to be done. Let's go Steelbringer on the top lane. And I want to get that card enhanced as well because it's just a little too expensive. So let's go. Bandit supplies. We can use them from Coins of Steel. We get that again. Let's use it. These guys are just shaking off the Bolt Spitter like he's not even there. It's kind of humorous. Alright, military arts. Don't really see the point. In fact, let's just push bottom lane. It looks like this guy's vulnerable and ready to die. So let's take him out. Defense Captain, your days are numbered, pal. Absolutely. The long range of that Steelbringer. Very, very nice. And we get another card. So we have Aggressive Investment. Costs 5 mana. Gain mana stones until your hand is full. Exhaust and retain. Insight. Draw 1 card. Send 1 card from your hand to the draw pile. Or an enhanced version of the Tribal Merchant. When you deploy them, you gain 1 mana stone and it is free. I mean, it's free mana is the way I look at it. So let's do it. Events. Let's see. So pay 50 gold, obtain 1 common card. Legendary for 150 gold. I mean, we do it, right? We have to. Let's do it. Alright, heavy drinker. Area damage, gain 10 maximum health every time drunk is granted. Got mental onslaught, which is useful. How many tactics cards do we have in our hand? I guess that is unknown to me. I think advanced metallurgy might be a tactics card. Then we have pull teeth. Gain 2 mana, draw 3 cards, and exhaust. I mean, the heavy drinker is just a little too expensive. We're not really doing like a drunk deck. I think mental onslaught is useful. But pull teeth is also pretty useful, except for it does cost health. Let's go with mental onslaught because we actually can't stack food, right? So another event. Gain 100 gold and pledge to leave a review. Gain 50 gold and tell your friends about this game. Well, like, what happens if you're making content on the game itself? They should have another option. Obtain the completely useless relic, Sad Face Badge. Always remember that your choices bring despair to some. So I think with this, is it going to, like, bring up another screen and prompt me? No, it won't. I think I actually have left a review of this game already on Steam. Pretty sure. Alright, let's get on into a fight. And thanks for the free gold game. I do appreciate it. The coffers were a little weak after spending 150 bucks on a mental onslaught card, but we'll certainly take it. Alright, so he's got 4 kills. That's good. This guy's shielded. Gonna hit for 6, 15 HP. Got the tribal merchant. I think we can definitely get you down. I mean, it's just free mana, simply put. And I can actually get all 4 of these guys down. Alright, so let's go Mountain Goat Cav on the top shelf. Let's actually wait a little bit, because I want them to kill these guys, right? Let's go Dragon on the bottom and see how the dragon does. Let's see, military could do 4 damage broadly. I like that. Let's do it. Could really boost this guy's attack up. 3 HP. I mean, I think the dragon's looking at a lot of kills. So why don't we go ahead and throw some steel bringers up here. It looks like don't have enough steel, unfortunately. That was definitely a poor sequence, but that's alright. Dragon, get it done. Alright, nice. Dragon with 7 of 8 kills now. Okay. Well, here we go. Really curious to see the evolve form. Let's use military arts on the Steelbringer. Makes them cheaper. Gotta play a miner. Let's play the Steelbringer on the top lane. Absolutely. Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom. From coins to steel, I don't think we need to waste our money on that. I think we're looking just fine. Dragon gets the boss kill, maybe. Hey, nice. Hold 2 legendary cards in the deck. Okay, so he's going to evolve. Let's use that. Let's use you. I mean, let's be honest. This guy's not long for this world. Well, let's play some more cards. Why not? And the Stone Beer Brewer. The poor soul that he is. False. Alright, we get another card. Okay, so we have the Steel Digger. This is a very, very good card. Super useful for any steel deck. Double the attack damage of all drunk units on the battlefield. That's hilarious. Hurling insults. Let's get the Steel Digger. It's a really good card, and kind of want to watch my hand size. We're at 20, right? So let's go with the Elite Fights, and let's see what we have. Alright, the 4-star Tavern Owner. Alright, well, let's see what you got, pal. Okay, so he's got these line breakers, and he just gets everybody drunk. However, these guys are immobilized. Well, we certainly got to watch out for these guys. So let's go military arts on the Steelbringer. Makes a lot of sense. I think we do want to have a team go through the mid. So I don't know if we throw the tribal merchant there. Sure. Tribal merchant, go mid. Steelbringer, we need some steel before you're super effective. How about the Steel Digger? Sounds good to me. Let's get the Steelbringer and enhance him. Another miner. Let's push top lane pretty hard because that's where these guys are coming. Let's go. Oh, nice. They just sniped him down. You see that? Tremendous, man. What a strong card. Very useful card. This guy's throwing beers at me, man. Come on, you call this 4-star service? Alright, we got Drago. So look at this guy. He does have a cost now at 1. Immortal area damage evolves into Drakkar upon killing 50 units. The answer is obviously yes. Excellent. Let's get the metallurgy on you. Let's get you guys all buffed up. I think it makes a lot of sense. Let's get some miners on the field as well. Let's throw a miner in the middle to help out the tribal. Let's go. Yeah, the Steelbringer, certainly a strong card. In fact, he's about to do some real good things for us, it does appear. This guy gets everybody drunk, so let's go with a better future. The advanced healing spring. I think we can use this, that's fine. Now we have to address the bottom lane. So let's go with the crossbow man. See what they can do. Stave off the damage. Nice, our Steelbringer's just taking him out. Such long range. So effective, and this guy's limping. And he's throwing beers at me. You jerk. Alright, Mountain Goat Cav. I think they can probably get home and get it done. But if they can't, Steelbringers on the bottom shelf is just fine for me. Let's do Mental Onslaught. You bet. Military Arts on the Steel Digger. It's going to give us 30 steel, which is a pretty insane amount of steel to get upon deploying a unit. I mean, it's crazy. Oh yeah, these Steelbringers are just so strong, man. Alright, let's get a relic. What do we have? The Emerald Shard increases your commander's max health by 60 when obtained. Absolutely, that makes me feel nice and healthy. We also have an additional quest. Interesting. We'll learn a little bit more about that, but first let's check the cards. So, Brewery Patrolman. Free placement. I mean, it's a free placement unit. Maintenance. But it costs 2. Seems very, very expensive. Discard all cards in your hand. Draw cards equal to the number discarded. And then exhaust. Goblin Horde. I think I'm good. Let's skip by this. I think I'm good. Unless it's a super impactful card, I don't really want to add it to my hand. And what do we have here? Use a Grog card 30 times. Then we get the Griffin Rider. Whoa. Last will spawn 1 shield bearer. Okay, it's a ranged cavalry units. Building the fortress. Summon a structure unit 10 times. We don't really have any structures. Summon faceless one 2 times. I mean, none of these are really achievable. I think we could probably try this one, but do I want the Griffin Rider? I mean, not really. Caltrop attachment. I think I'm good at just skipping this as well. I mean, I'm not using grogs. I'm not using structures, right? So, might as well just skip by that. Pretty cool little side quest, though. Let's hit up another event. Don't speak nonsense, you insolent fool. Obtain 1 random supply card or gain 81 gold. I mean, 1 random supply card. The idea of a randomized supply card is kind of scary. It could be a good one. It could be a useless one, right? And if I look at my deck here, I think it's pretty well synergized, at least for the most part. But if I was going to get rid of anything, right? Let's grab the gold. Maybe get on into a shop. Can't take the shop over the campfire, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and enhance. I think military arts is probably the best one to do. I mean, you got the Steel Digger as well, but military arts can, in theory, get everything enhanced, right? It doesn't look like, unless I missed it, doesn't look like there's an option to enhance our dragon. Alright, get a relic. Mappa Mundi. Move across the world map, ignoring the fixed paths up to 3 times. Interesting. Steel Candlestick. Grant 1 protection to every 4th unit summoned. This is interesting. It allows you to target where you want to go. Let's try it. So that means I could... Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. So we could stack up another campfire here. I mean, I'd do that, right? I think so. But then there's also the shop that I kind of want to hit up. Got plenty of gold. What am I looking to get enhanced exactly? I mean, this is a decent one. The Steel Digger is... Let's do it. I mean, it's a free card enhancement. The answer is obviously yes. So Mental Onslaught's a good one to get. Steelbringer, obviously, pretty good. Steel Digger, I think that's a pretty good one. 10 gold to 30 steel. Let's go with the Steel Digger. More steel is more HP, you know what I mean? Let's get on into the event. 50 gold and begin a normal battle. 50% chance to start a normal battle or 50% chance to start a danger battle. I like danger, let's go. Ready for battle, let's go. So the question is it a danger or... Seems like it's a danger battle against the Fiery Maw, a dragon. Alright, so what do we have going on here? We got dragon eggs, alright? He spawns exploding spirits. Okay, so this is going to explode. I think we need a ranged unit on the bottom. And then this guy right here is simply just a Drago, which we can match the ferocity of. Without question. Alright, so what's going to happen here is we're going to just bide our time a little bit. We're going to get some miners down, and then we'll get the Steelbringer on the bottom row. Enhanced Steelbringer, that is. So let's burn down some clock. Whoops, I forfeited some mana. That's obviously not good to do, right? The button inputs were a little goofy for me. Let's hit the top shelf pretty strongly, and I should use military arts first. That's all right. Let's see how the bolt spitter does against these exploding spirits. All right, mountain goat cav. Okay, so he causes dragons to pop up, and look at that huge explosion. All right, interesting. All right, so Drago, you got to get in there, and you got to get some kills, pal. Let's go. From coins to steel, the answer is yes. Steel Digger, yes. Bolt Spitter, bottom shelf. Let's do it. Mental Onslaughts. It's kind of like, why not? Monostone, Miner, and let's go. All right, Richard Daynex, gonna take a hit. I don't think we want to hang around long enough to find out what these guys do to my commander. So let's go with the better future. 6 HP, so 10 HP for these guys. Wow. Let's get a Bolt Spitter to take him out. Let's get Crossbowman on the top, and let's go. Alright, so we're on the Fiery Maw. Crossbowman, get home. And let's get another ranged unit here. What do you say? Steelbringer. Tribal Merchant is ranged. Only does 2 damage. This guy has 10 HP. So I think we do have to use the Steelbringer on the bottom shelf. Let's go Mountain Goat Cav on the top shelf. Along with the Steel Digger, Shield Breaker. Let's go Tribal Merchant and Miner. Summon a small army. And how about that? These guys have enough range to not get blown up in the explosion. Steelbringer, so far, the MVP of the deck for sure. Military Arts. So that enhances the entire hand, which is really crazy. And it really is an amazing card in a lot of ways. Bolt Spitter. Suppose we can use the Mana Stone. But yeah, the Fiery Maw goes down without issue. We get a bandage. Tribal Vanguard or Military Arts. Do I need the bandage? So I don't have food, right? I forfeited my ability to use food. I think the bandage is probably worth it. Otherwise, I could always rest at a campfire to restore some HP. I think I'm good. Let's skip it, I think. Let's skip the reward. I'm okay with that. Alright, so that must have been a normal battle because we didn't get a relic following the fights. But we have the Sky Marauder. Okay, so this guy is the Griffin Rider, of course. Alright, so what does he have? So he's got the Gyrocopter and the Gyro Bomber. Wow. That's a really intense enemy, for sure. We got the Drago. What's coming down here? The Griffin Rider. Alright, well, I think the Drago is a good solution for the bottom lane. So again, let's give it a little time to snowball. Alright, quite nice. Alright, Griffin Rider is coming down. Military arts, you bet. Mountain Goat Cav. I mean, we need their durability on the top shelf. Steel Digger, I think it's a good move. Tribal Merchant. Let's get him on the top lane. Let's use this Mana Stone. Let's get a Shield Breaker and the Crossbowman to help support the dragon. Another Miner. Use our whole hand there, and let's see how well we do against these guys, who are pretty tanky customers that do area damage and the like, right? Healing Spring, yes. Mental Onslaught, yes. From coins to steel. Do I need it? I don't think so. Let's get these guys on the top shelf and let's go. Alright, Sky Marauder. Just taking massive damage. Just massive damage. Alright, so he's got a couple of packs of them down there now. Let's go ahead and do this. Coins of Steel. I think yes. Tribal Merchant. Mountain Goat Cav. Steel Digger. And the Miner. Let's go. This guy's probably going to take him out, and he does. And nice, we get Turtle Soup. But of course we can't claim it. Obtain a card. Smith Family Tree. How about this? Now this is what you want to see right here. The Smith Family Tree. An absolutely tremendous card. And it's just one in a stack, so it's going to be cheaper as well. Thanks to our relic. Yes. Like, objectively, one of the best cards in the game. So let's continue to bolster our steel here. Let's get on in to another campfire and let's see, what do we want to upgrade? So this is obviously a good one to upgrade, but we can upgrade Mr. Smith, which is going to give the enhanced version of said Smith. So 3 attack damage for every 10 steel held. I mean, yeah, we have to. In fact, this is a pretty incredible get going into the boss fight. You're going to see, if you're unaware of Mr. Smith and how to use him, you're going to be impressed by just the ballooning stats you can get on him. We have the Kindle Drake Eldnir on the field. Maybe this is what Drago aspires to be. Alright, so we have these little beacons granting volatile and set the mana of a random card in your hand to 2 at the start of each turn. So that's not good. For instance, from Coins of Steel is afflicted by that. Okay. Well, I think we use from Coins of Steel, of course. Simply just do it. Mental Onslaughts. It's kind of low impact to use. So I'm going to save my mana. And let's see if we can snowball. Probably do the Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom lane, I think. Alright, let's go. Okay, Healing Spring. Yes. A better future. Yes. Then the Steel Digger. I think the Mountain Goat Cav is going to be pretty brutal to these guys, so let's get the Steel Digger to start building up our steel supply, and then we can get the Smith Family Tree the next time it comes. Alright, Mountain Goat Cav, get in there. Do some good things. Steel Digger is kind of holding their own, and of course this guy will blast a lane as well, completely eliminating everything. Alright, so we have Drago. I think Drago needs to get out there. I think I want to hold off on playing my Shield Breaker, most likely. See, these guys have 6 range. The Steelbringer has 6 range as well. When you morph them. Let's load up this bottom lane with just a bunch of normal units. And let's get the Steelbringer on the top. And let's go. Let's save that steel for Mr. Smith. Alright, Drago's getting some kills. Very nice. Alright, so he's going to remove all buffs. And we got to get these little beacons down. Military arts. Yes, you bet. Mountain Goat Cav, I think you're the answer for the bottom. Steel Digger on the top. Keep banking that steel. Mr. Smith is going to be happy once we get him. Mountain Goat Cav, get home. Take out these bolt spitters. And the top lane gets flamed, including with our dragon, which isn't good. Alright, so Mr. Smith, we got to get him out there. Mr. Smith, the blacksmith. The answer is yes. And look at how strong this guy gets. 34 attack, 65 HP, but 34 attack, man. Absolutely insane. Alright, so I've got to use him. Let's go Tribal Merchant, so we get that Mana Stone. I think Mr. Smith needs to get out there on the bottom lane. I've got to get Drago. Actually, no, never mind. I thought he had the exhausted effect, but that beacon is gone. So let's go Better Future then. Let's go Mana Stone. And let's put Drago on the bottom lane as well. Let's go. Alright, so this guy flames it, but the Tribal Merchant remained in the back, and what do you know? He flames this lane as well. Takes out Mr. Smith and everybody else. Not good. Alright, Drago in the middle, I think, is a great idea. Let's go from coins to steel, as you bet. Steelbringer, top lane. Steel Digger, bottom lane. With the Bolt Spitter. And a Shield Breaker, why not? Alright, Drago, I'm hoping these count as kills. They seem to. 14 of 50. Would really like to get him fully improved. Alright, we got Mr. Smith again with the 120 steel. Behold the power of the Smith. Armored area damage, 40 attack for the Smith. You bet. So he's got to go top shelf. Send the Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom. Tribal Merchant. And probably the Crossbowman in the mid, actually. Tribal Merchant can go bottom. Alright, so he flames Mr. Smith, man. It's like whenever you get your power card out there, he just gets taken out. Just gets flamed up, man. It's kind of a bummer, but we just keep getting him. And he's more powerful with every iteration in which he's summoned. Which is just great. So let's save 2 mana. Actually, we can save 1 mana. Use the Mana Stone. Let's get this. Mr. Smith again. 58 attack now. 69 HP. It's absolutely insane. Let's send him top shelf and see what the dragon does now. Alright, 16 kills for our dragon friend. And here we go. This is the matchup you want to see. A bunch of Oathbreakers that are sturdy and durable in their own right versus an area damage Mr. Smith with 55 attack. Keep your eye on the top lane when I hit go. Let's send you mid. Tribal Merchant, the answer is yes. Mana Stone, Mountain Goat Cav. Let's run it. Look at this. Just completely one-shotting anything that comes his way, and the dragon does not want Mr. Smith on him, but unfortunately that's exactly what happens, and we get Reverse Scale, the achievement for defeating the boss. Excellent. And we have a relic, Sling. 1 mana each turn during boss battles. Little Star, gain 1 mana for every 6 unit summons. 1 mana at the start of each turn. Decrease the number of card rewards by 1. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's not ideal, but we'll take it. Alright, so we got Leave No Trace, a base card. We have the Caltrop attachment or Geisete. Doubles the damage against nearby enemy units. Melee infantry. It's a 1-stack unit, so I think that's absolutely perfect. Our deck just goes well with it. So now we can fully restore health. Or we can get 1 relic from 2 random relics and lose 20% of our max HP. I think I'm okay getting some relics. Evil Hand. Let's go with Paper Airplane. That was definitely not worth it. Should have just rested. Alright, final chapter. Looks like there's a different symbol here. I'm not aware of what this is. This is just my 3rd run on the full release. But what do we have? We have some wacky work slabs. In fact, 2 of them on the bottom path. Then just 1 campfire at the end. Otherwise, we're looking at, well, just 1 campfire at the end. Are there any shops on the bottom track? There are not. Man, I've got so much gold, it would be a shame to... Wacky Works Lab here. Looks like we can get this campfire and this one and this shop. I think that's the direction we have to go. It just makes sense to do it. We'll forego a one Wacky Works Lab. It's okay. Because sometimes you can just break a card too. You know what I mean? Alright, so inverse is the broken incubator. This guy has certainly given me some fits in the past. But we get military arts plus starting off, and Mr. Smith as well. Not going to be too useful until you have steel built up, though. So let's see. Let's get a miner on the top shelf, I suppose. And I could get Mr. Smith out there. It's not like it's a one-time summon. 6 max health for every 10 steel held. I mean, he's got 60 base HP, which is pretty good. And he's got 4 attack. Area damage unit will certainly take it. Miner's got to get on this thing quickly, though. Alright, nice. Mr. Smith helps out as well. The smithy. Alright, Steelbringer. I think it's a great fit for the bottom lane. Mountain Goat Cav. I think we got to get them top lane. Tribal Merchant for the free Mana Stone that we don't need to use. Let's go. Alright, so these guys are going to do 1 damage per second to nearby ally units, which is pretty crazy, but you can see the intense damage of our Steelbringer pack right there. Just absolutely insane. Aggressive Metallurgy, I'm tempted to use this. We got the Steel Digger. Could go top shelf with him. What is our solution for this large ball of units? Maybe the Crossbowman. And they do such good damage. Yeah, let's go Crossbowman top shelf. Let's go Steel Digger bottom shelf. Let's throw this on our pack of ranged units. And you bet we'll spend the 10 steel. Excellent. I think I'm going to hold on to the Mana Stone. Let's watch him just pulse down these orbs. And stay out of range while they're at it. A nice thud. Mountain Goat Cav actually does a really good job staying alive in the top there. And what do you know? We have Drago. So I think this is a great spot for our boy Drago. Let's get him. We got Gaysate. He should do pretty good. But do we have better options? How about let's just snowball the Steelbringers on the bottom lane. Love that idea. Mental Onslaught is going to do 6 damage broadly. Definitely useful. Let's go Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom as well. And let's go. Fire away. Drago, get some kills, buddy. Alright, 22 kills for the dragon. And how about that? The broken incubator falls. We got to keep grinding kills with our dragon. Defensive Metallurgy plus. Forge, grant 1 protection to ally units within a wide range, or spend 10 steel to grant 2 protection. Cost 1. And you can certainly do worse. Otherwise, you have the Tavern Brawler. Frenzy throws an axe while drunk. Very fast attack speed. I mean, defensive Metallurgy is certainly a decent option. Can get some protection, unlike Mr. Smith and the like. The hand size does get a little large, but I think I'm okay with it. Alright, so we have event, then the Wacky Works Lab. Let's go event, battle, Wacky Works Lab. Alright, gain 1 card of the type your deck is most lacking. Dubious free magic. Duplicate all cards in your deck. What? Pay 200 gold, duplicate 1 card. Can be purchased on credit. I mean, we have the gold. What card would we duplicate, though? Mr. Smith? Drago Healing Spring Plus. I mean, do you get Mr. Smith? And just get 2 of them in your rotation? Steelbringer would be a good one, but it's not enhanced. I mean, do we go with, like, a better future that's enhanced? Man, this is kind of crazy. Drago. Jakar is a 1050. I mean, I think you take your objectively best card, which is the Smith family tree. It's not particularly close. So let's do Smith family tree. You bet. Alright, so events are certainly where it's at. Move to an unvisited node of your choice. Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't really want to teleport. I guess what I could do is... Except for, I don't think you can backtrack, right? Because I was thinking maybe... Like, do we hop up here, grab the shop, but then we're going to miss the Wacky Works lab? You know what I mean? I think I'm good. Let's just jump forward to the event. Remove one base card. Remove one supply card. Remove one tactics card. Remove one summon card. Lose 15 health. Remove one summon card. Like, what do I want to get rid of? What do I want to offload? That's the question. Crossbowman, maybe? Yeah, crossbowman. See ya. Alright, Wacky Works Lab, you bet. Choose one summon card. So we have the dragon. I mean, I can mess around with the dragon. Otherwise, we have the Steelbringer as well. A super, super impactful and useful card. Do we mess around with the dragon? I think so. Except for he's going to change into Drakkar. And still remains to be seen if he's going to gain 1 max health for each unit killed is... Wow. Alright, let's not do the dragon then. Geisete. That's an option. Let's go with the Steelbringer. Reduce mana by 1. Increase attack range by 2 stages. Attack range. Increase the number of units by 1. Health by 3. I think more range is boss. Grant exhaust. Reduce health by 10. Reduce the number of units by 3. Reduce health by 10. I mean, I don't love having these guys exhausted. In fact, yeah, the range buff. That's quite unfortunate, actually. Wait, when you forge it, it gains 10 health. So it goes up to 15. Let's think about this for a second. Gain 10 health or... Got it. I mean, I think if nothing can hit them, right? They pretty much die when things get on them anyways, I suppose. I don't want to exhaust it. I guess we have to reduce the health. I guess we'll see what happens when you change the form of it, right? So I think what I can do is we can go to the shop. Otherwise, it's Wacky Works Lab or shop. I'm going to hop on up to the shop, I do think. I've got 231 gold. I can cull my deck a little bit more. Either that or we take this danger battle for the relic. Then hop on into this campfire. Let's do that instead. Alright, the Orb Gazer. Cover health equal to the number units summoned. Interesting. What is this? Tome of Regen. Alright, so what's this guy doing? Torment of Loss. What was that? He's got a bunch of orcs. Alright, well, I think we got to break this down quickly. So let's use this. Let's use this. Healing Spring. We got Mr. Smith. So I think we get Mr. Smith out there immediately. Absolutely. Tribal Merchant. You can go along with the Smith. And let's call that good. Let's see how the Smithy does on this barricade here. Okay, so the barricade gets regen HP. Kind of funny. Alright, so what is this guy? Bloodlust Orc. 128, 192. What? What? Is there something I'm misunderstanding? Deal damage equal to twice the number of exhausted cards to the allied commander. Like, how am I supposed to take out this guy? 128, 192, 192 HP. Are you kidding me? I mean, is like the regen field... Is that like the key? Alright, well... I guess we'll have to figure out a little bit more about this. Let's use this and I guess throw that on you. Alright, Mr. Smith. Unless you just have to kind of keep them at bay, I suppose, maybe. So, like, let's send a few units up there, I suppose, and, like, the Mountain Goat Cab would be a decent solution. Let's get some steel, and I think you just have to push bottom lane as quickly as possible and take this guy out. I think that's what you have to do. It's what it seems like. I mean, it's really my only option. So, Mr. Smith, get bottom lane. You bet. Steelbringer. Yes. Let's see what you look like when you're all morphed up. Alright, 3 HP. But 7 range. Okay, so the range buff does apply. Okay, so this guy moves back now? What is going on exactly? I mean, I'm definitely okay with him moving back, that's for sure. Alright, military arts. Let's hit it. Better future. Mental onslaught. Nice. Gaisete gets free placement. So he's going to be quite useful. So let's throw him right down here. Let's get a miner on the top lane. Smith family tree can certainly hit it the next time through. I guess I don't know what's going on with this guy. But all I know is this guy's in for a world of pain. And he absolutely melts. Man, I was really worried about that guy getting home. Like, that's one hit on us and we're toast. Increase your commander's max health by 5 each time a base card is used. Certainly take it. Griffin Rider or Strategist? Do I like the Griffin Rider? I mean, the stats are pretty underwhelming. Get 3 of them. Last will. I'm good. Kind of like my deck right where it's at. It's heavily dependent on the smithy. Of course. Alright, campfire. Yes. Now I can restore my health by 30%, or we can enhance one card. From coins of steel would be a useful one. Steelbringer as well. Let's go from coins to steel. I mean, plus 30 steel is it's too good to turn down. Might consider resting right before the final boss. We'll certainly see. So let's go Relic. Poison Fang. Deal damage equal to the remaining mana to all enemy units on the battlefield at the end of each turn. Increase the attack damage of all allied melee units by 1. Sounds good to me. Real good one. Elite Fight for a Relic is a possibility here as well. And then back down to the Wacky Works Lab. Actually, I won't have enough motions. So what do we want? The Wacky Works Lab or another relic? There's also a shop. If I go up here to this normal battle, 254, I think should probably save some cash. I mean, what could I get rid of? You know, aggressive metallurgy maybe? It's a tactics card though, which goes with mental onslaught. I mean, I think I'm good. The thought of getting in the shop is culling down the deck a little bit. I think what we have to do is we have to take this, or the chance at a good relic here is also tempting. Right? The Wacky Works Lab, we can tinker around with our Steelbringer, which I kind of want to do, so let's do it. Let's get into this fight. The Tombstone Engraver. He's about to find out. What does this guy do? Okay, these orbs again. Incubator. The bow shooters have different sprites. That's interesting. Yeah, like this guy has a barrel. He's wearing a barrel. Hilarious. Alright. So let's see. What was a great solution for this guy? It was the Steelbringer, of course. So here's what I'll do. I will salt down my turn just a little bit. Alright, so we can snowball just a little bit. We got some steel. We got Mr. Smith. Let's get some miners on the top shelf here. I think the Steelbringer is a great solution. But then again, so is Mr. Smith. He's just not super strong yet. We got Gaisete. I think we need some muscle on the front line. So let's go with Mr. Smith. Let's call upon his services. You bet. Why don't we get Gaisite in there as well? Let's go. Gaisite doing a little bit more damage with our newest relic. And Drago getting in there. It'd be great to get him beasted up before the boss fight. Smith family tree, Steel Digger. The answer is yes on the Steel Digger. Miner as well. Smith family tree. Looks like we're going to win big time on the bottom lane. Let's throw a shield breaker in the top lane. Good win there. Good DPS on the top lane, boys. From Coins of Steel, you bet. Tribal Merchant. Yes, absolutely. Drago. Let's get Drago involved here. Maybe he can snipe some kills. Mental Onslaught. Let's do it. And let's summon a fleet of miners. Drago, get protected. You bet. Let's go. You need you to stay alive and get some kills, buddy. Let's go. Alright, he's at 30 of 50. Man, I just want to see. I want to get a Drakkar. You know what I mean? So let's send some Mountain Goat Cav in. Gaisite has the free placement, which is great. Got the Steelbringer, bottom shelf. Let's enhance him. Let's see, Bolt Spitter. We can do that. That's fine. Drago, get some kills, buddy. Stay in the back, get some kills. Alright, 37 kills for Drago. From Coins of Steel, yes. How about this? This is a thing of beauty, is what you call this. So, Steel Digger. That's more steel. And how about this? They're not going to be able to... They're just simply not going to be able to hang with us. 38 and 65. Times 2. Absolutely insane. Oh yeah, that guy falls big time. Obtain a card. Bandage or Guild Support. How about Guild Support? Or Bandage Plus? I mean, Guild Support, we gotta take it. I cut it like really early on. And I was like, yeah, it'll show its face again. Well, it kind of did. Let's go to the Wacky Works Lab. Let's get the Steelbringer tinkered on again. So increase attack speed, attack range, attack damage. I mean, he's got 1 HP, so his HP is hurting. Attack range. I mean, it would bring him up to 9 attack range. 1 unit is of low impact. Attack speed. I mean, 5, right? Like 5 speed and 7 range. Do we go range? I think we gotta go range. Attack damage by 3 is pretty good as well. Attack damage by 3. I think so. Let's do attack damage by 3. Reduce the number of units by 5. Can't drop below 1. Reduce health by 10. Yeah, let's just reduce the health again, I suppose. Alright, so into a fight. The focus here is to get the dragon evolved. Let's try it. Let's do it. Got the War Monk as our opponent. What do we have here? So kind of a goofy pathing. Is that accurate? So you want to get a ranged unit up here, I'm assuming. Let's use this. I mean, Steelbringer is a good selection. We just don't have the steel. Alright, so why don't we do this? So I can get Dragon... I can get him buffed up with the Mountain Goat Cav. That'll be the play. Let's go. So let's wait just a little bit. Alright, very nice. Alright, so he's stocking up some units, which should be good for our dragon pal. Let's get the Tribal Merchant, the free mana. Steel Digger, you bet. Gaisite, sure. Get on in there, buddy. And I'm guessing if I summon a miner on the top shelf here, it's just going to wait at the end. So no need to do that. Let's go. Alright, Dragon, get to the back, quick. Alright, good job. Gaisate getting in there. Increasing the damage dealt. Alright, he's at 40 of 50. Exciting stuff. Let's keep going. Defensive Metallurgy. From Coins of Steel, how about that? Guild support, yes. For more steel, because you bet I'm gonna take the smithy out of the garage. You bet. Bolt Spitter. I'm good with that. Let's do defensive metallurgy on our ball of units up here, though. 10 steel for 2 protection. You bet. Let's call that good. Let's go. Drago, get some more kills, buddy. Let's go. Oh, this guy. Except for you actually have to fight him this time. There looks like they're stacking up units on the hill as well. Alright, 42. He's almost there. 65 steel. Smithy. Let's get another one of you out there. What do you say? Tribal Merchant. Alright, Bolt Spitter. Send you on the top lane. Just to kind of see and observe what happens. Shield Breaker, I suppose. And let's go. Alright, so we're on the War Monk. Dragon taking some damage. Gotta get a new one summoned. From Coins of Steel, yes. Steel Digger. Yes. Contract Miner. Can throw him up there. It's free after all. Steelbringer. With the insane attack that he now has. Yes, Mental Onslaught Plus. Let's hit it. And a Miner, I suppose. Got a bunch of leftover mana. Alright, Mr. Smith just causing havoc with him where he goes. And the War Monk falls, and unfortunately, man, unfortunately, we just didn't get what we needed to upgrade our dragon. Wish we would have got it just a little bit earlier. Steel Ballista, I'm good on all of that. Let's skip right on by it. Got the final campfire and then the final fights, or at least that's what I think. I've heard rumblings and rumors of a secret final boss. So do I want to enhance the card? I think I want to heal. And on into the final fight. Let's go. Alright, so we got the Snow Melter Zol Gruck. Okay, so what's this guy gonna do? Last Will. So he's got a Last Will effect. Shield Carrier. So what do these do exactly? What do these torches mean? I don't know what these torches mean. Grant +1/+1 to all enemy units on the battlefield when the torch is lit. Is that so? He's got 500 HP. Alright, well. Seems like just, he's gonna be sending waves at us, right? Lots of waves. But it seems like a fist fight that I can handle. Hopefully. We'll find out. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's snowball some units. Let's use Mental Onslaught. Just right away. And let's snowball some units. Missed my opportunity there. Alright, torch lighting. So he's going to light up one random torch. Alright, so what does this do? Increase move speed for all enemy units on the battlefield by 2 stages. Okay. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to just give random buffs to his units who are looking pretty beastie. I mean, 720. It's definitely a lot of HP. For sure. Alright, gotta get a solution for the middle. Yeah, so those guys got on me pretty quick, didn't they? Okay, so this is what it's gonna be like. We need the services of the Smith. Grant Indomitable to the enemy commander. Okay, so how do you put out these torches, I think is the question that I have. I mean, can you put out the torches, I suppose? We'll have to learn more as we go. Alright, luckily we do get 2 Mr. Smiths. Which is absolutely what we have to do. So let's use it. Alright, Mr. Smith right there. And mid, maybe? Let's go. You leave Richard Danax alone. Okay, so one Mr. Smith, not powerful enough to take out. Okay, so he's like lighting them up and extinguishing them. Okay, got it. Okay, guild support is good. Let's go ahead and just use the cards that we know we're going to use. Guild support is definitely a card to use because we can get a few extra units on the battlefield, which is what you want. Get a little more steel to make Mr. Smith even stronger. I think we go Mountain Goat Cav. I think we go Mr. Smith. Got a couple of miners. Just 80. Let's get Mr. Smith out there. And let's throw him down right here. Boom. Steelbringer. It's either that or Geisate, I think, is probably a pretty good fit as well. I was going to use the Steelbringer, but I think we need Geisate out there to help clean this up, which he does a tremendous job of. Just double damage by Mr. Smith. Hitting for what? 27. So really strong. Military arts, use it. Better future, use it. Steel Digger. Okay, so this guy is... Is he summoning miners now? It looks like it. Well, I don't like that too much, man. Interesting. And that's how I got burned in the last one, right? I used those giant eagles. Use the giant eagles and... Yeah, the boss mirrored them. And then just completely wiped the floor with my team. After that, pretty much. Alright, I've got Mr. Smith getting home. That's right, hammer away. Mr. Smith, let's go, buddy. Get in there. Alright, so he's going to light up another torch and gives him Indomitable. I mean, I think we have control of the board, essentially, right? Like, we have a lot of control of the board right now. So let's go ahead and give you guys some protect. I think that makes a lot of sense. Got another Mr. Smith. The answer is yes, obviously. So let's send him mid. We'll send the dragon on the top shelf where the units are coming. I guess the bolt spitter is not going to do too much good up there. You can use mental onslaught. Why not? Use this. Bolt spitter bottom shelf. Let's go. Alright, let's go, boys. Got to win on that top lane. Doing a good job. Dragon. 45. Alright, so he's throwing down bolt spitters now. Interesting. So he is mirroring me to a certain degree, which is kind of scary because I don't fully understand the mechanic in which allows him to do that, right? However, it's okay, I think. So these guys are going to be coming in fast. Let's get the Steelbringer. Along with the Mountain Goat Cav on the bottom shelf. These guys come in mid, but... I mean, we got... Looks like 2 Mr. Smiths in the mid. Let's get another Mr. Smith in the mid. What do you say? Sounds great to me. And let's throw... just a bunch of random units on the top shelf here. Tribal Merchant. You bet. Regular Miner. Go. Follow Mr. Smith. Let's go. Fools, how dare you attempt to extinguish the sacred flame, is what he says. Alright, so he takes off these 2, but he still has Indomitable. No, never mind. Okay, so now he's going to be subject to massive damage, which is great for us. Well, let's go. Getting home. Getting home. Absolutely. The Snow Melter Zol Gruk is completely annihilated. So we got the Boycott. We got the Dwarven Axemaster. Heavy Pack. Clear the campaign while carrying at least 10 relics. The shadow still watches you. Well, that's kind of creepy. A temporary conclusion. Is it really over? Got the A+ ranking. New record. Got the Dwarf Civ up. Richard Danax up to level 8. Wonder why we didn't get the S. But is it really over? Maybe that alludes to the secret boss I've been hearing about. Don't know too much about it, but I think maybe you gotta complete the game first. Let's get back to the lobby and see what has been unlocked. So we got the red scale. Do not lose remaining mana at the end of the turn. That's pretty amazing. Undying Ember. Grant +1/+1 to units summoned on a summon tile that wasn't used in the previous turn. Interesting. Sounds really good, actually. New commander unlocked. Alright, so we got Joan of Arc unlocked, which is excellent. We can definitely do a run with Joan of Arc. So here's what she looks like in the dwarf form. Jean Steelheart. She's got some cool skills. Like, I really do like, I think it's this skill. At the start of the battle, enhance one random ally summon tile to summon one additional unit when it's summoned there. So that's really good. And she's also got this compelling cannon once you get her commander level up to 5. And then the Holy Knights at level 10. I think we'll definitely do a couple of runs with Joan of Arc. Absolutely. So excellent. Not bad for the first win here on the channel. And of course, this has been Commander Quest. So thanks for spending some time here today on the channel. I really do appreciate it, my friends. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the run. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts, right? Any tips or tricks to get a little bit better. Please do not spoil the secret final boss for me. Please do not do that, but I've been made aware that it probably does exist by a few commenters, but I haven't really uncovered how to unlock it yet. So please do not spoil that for me. I would be, I'm really looking forward to, figuring out how to get it unlocked. I think maybe the key is just another run, right? But yeah, thanks so much for spending some time on the channel, my friends. Subscribe if you like the Commander Quest. We are, regularly playing this game. The community really does enjoy it. And if you do too, then subscribe so you never miss the next upload, of course. This has been Commander Quest, full release party right here. The game recently released. You can certainly get it for yourself. Link in the video description below. It's right on Steam. So thanks so much, my friends. I'm going to get on out of here, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.